There we are.
Hello, I'm Chase Lucas with Dr. Heiss for Friday Update. How we doing, Dr. Heiss?
We're doing pretty well. We had a great week. I understand you had a great spring break.
Yes, I did. I've been doing my water bending in the Gulf of Mexico.
I heard Gulf of Mexico, and you come back, your hair's a little different shade of blue.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is there a story behind that?
No,
Okay.
it just happened one day.
All right. Well, we're going to start with the picture you've submitted about the black hole. What do you want to tell
Yes.
us about the black hole?
Okay, so this black hole right here has been released yesterday, and it's a picture of a real black hole. Like, obviously, you can't have the black hole itself because light cannot escape.
Right.
But this is the matter around it and the accretion disk. And you can see towards the bottom, it's brighter.
Yeah.
And that's the accretion disk rotating towards us. And when light rotates towards us, it appears brighter.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah. And then the black hole itself is, I believe it's a supermassive black hole in the center of our
Yeah.
galaxy.
Yeah.
And it's like right in the center right there, if you can see it. So,
That's very, very cool. Thank you for sharing that with us.
oh, you're welcome.
So the information I have to share won't be quite as spectacular as a black hole.
Uh,
But I had a
I
pretty
bet
good
it's
visit.
way more spectacular.
I don't know about that, but I saw this great picture at Wood Creek, just down in the art wing today as I was visiting
Yeah,
this morning.
That's a spectacular
It's,
picture.
it's pretty cool, pretty cool.
Someone call it splendiferous.
Splendiferous is a great word to use for that. So I was happy to share that. We had an art reception this week, the second one that we do every year with families. It was a great activity Tuesday evening with families and friends coming in to view their students' artwork. What makes this so unique is that students did this work last October or November, haven't seen it, can't remember exactly what it is, so they gotta look at everybody's work to find a picture. And then I visited Warner Middle School, and they're under construction for the bond issue now. So the orchestra room has been demolished and being
Okay.
rebuilt. So orchestras happen in small groups in the hallway, and it sounded really, really cool. And I thought that was a fun thing to share. And then at Farmington STEAM Academy this week, we had an author visit, and I watched her visit with a couple first grade classes, and they were talking about how reading and writing are connected. They read over 5,000 books at the Farmington STEAM Academy this
Oh, that's-
year
that's a
during
lot.
March's reading month. It is an awful lot.
I remember I tried like reading really hard in like
Yeah.
elementary school. It's
Yeah.
like as much as possible, and I read a book in a day, and they're like, "There's no way you did that," and they're sort of right. I skimmed
Yeah,
over it,
so,
but
sort of. Well, you definitely read enough to know about black holes. If you're
Yeah.
interested in those. At Forest Elementary, as I walked in to walk through this week, I saw this great display of all proposed yearbook covers. So at Forest, every year they take the PTA Reflections themes, and they have students design yearbook covers, and they select one for the cover, but they managed to include everybody's cover in their yearbook somehow as a photo. I thought that was really fun. And then at Wood Creek, there's this great opening display when you walk in and say all are welcome, and I took the picture, you can't see it, but the guy in the middle in the purple t-shirt, his t-shirt said, "This is my happy place." And I thought, what a great t-shirt to have for a school. Because I think schools are happy places for kids, and I'm happy to
it's my
to
happy
see that.
place.
Well, I believe it.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
like going to school.
And you're a senior.
Yeah.
And you have senioritis, and you still like going to school.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
That's good. I shared this picture from Warner just because under efficient and effective, they're dealing with a lot. We started their construction early. We've got classrooms that look like this where the tile is out, and they're on concrete, and they're doing a great job, and I wanted to share that. Then at Farmington STEAM Academy, I wandered into a conversation with some eighth graders that have a project going where they want to install solar panels on the outdoor signs so they don't have to use electricity to keep that sign going and do it in a more green way. And I thought that was really cool. And then at one of the elementary schools, and I've seen this in a couple, they have displays where they're studying idioms,
Yeah.
plays on words. So this was you pull the wool over my eyes, and then you open the picture up, and she gives you a definition of what really the idiom means. But
Could
they're all
you-
over the
Can you
building.
give a definition of idiom for people who don't know it?
Well, I think it's a wordplay. I'm going to hope you have a better definition than I do, Chase. Your turn.
Wordplay. I'm words.
We're going to keep moving. Somebody will tell us what an idiom is, so we don't look like idiom idiots on our broadcast. Weather displayed at Hillside Elementary, students that are talking about how they can tell what the weather is like and predict the weather, and use tools to do that. I thought that was a great example of being efficient and effective. And then at Warner Middle School, one of the activities they did was they did political cartoons. So they learned about what a political cartoon was, and they learned about the Monroe Doctrine at the same time, and I thought that was a great efficient and effective activity. And then the last efficient and effective I have is these drawings that were done at Beechview Elementary with fifth grade students based on an artist, Piers Mondrian, and they used all kinds of math in order to do this, and then they have the explanation below of the math that they used to do it.
Mathematical art is so cool.
Mathematical art is really cool. The science bus showed up at Wood Creek today, so they had their penny wars, where different grade levels raised amount of money for charity. The green team at Wood Creek had won this trip to the Howell Nature Center as a prize. They gave their prize to the first and second graders for having so much great success in the penny wars, and the Howell Nature Center came to them in this bus. So that was pretty cool. Great activity for them today. And under Y, we're celebrating some students from North Farmington High School.
Yeah, for the Focus on the Road project that we
Yes,
did.
yeah.
And I believe they got first place, they got the grand prize, and they got to go on Fox News, which is cool.
Yeah, they were on Fox 2 last night, I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
heard.
pretty cool. I did. I just heard about that today
Yeah.
when I wandered in here. And the Suburban Collection does that with us. And then we had 2 community activities this week that reminded me of why our community partners are so important to us. The local Optimist Club gave out scholarships to community groups. The Farmington Public Schools got one of those scholarships, and we use it within our English as a Second Language program. And then our Education Foundation showed this picture last night at a meeting where they had done this design on a floorway at Hillside to help students with some disabilities kind of motor through the alphabet to help them learn the alphabet. And those are both great partners for us.
That's cool.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot to talk about.
I think that concludes our Friday update for now. There'll be even more next week, hopefully. So stay tuned, and this is TV10 signing off.